And welcome back to America Right Now. In our Aging in America segment this week, how many of you remember that flashing clock on the VCR that was so hard to figure out? I know I do. Technology has gotten a lot more complicated since then, and it can be intimidating and frustrating, particularly for older Americans. The Pew Research Center found that 3/4 of Americans over the age of 65 said they usually need someone else to show them how to use new electronic devices. The tech startup Candoo is helping seniors better use technology by empowering them with training and support. And founder and CEO Liz Hamburg joins us now. Liz, I have
Good morning.
Good morning. I have a confession to make. I'm one of the people who gets very frustrated whenever I have to show anybody how to use any kind of technology.
Of course, I was going to ask, are you the one calling or are you the one getting the calls?
Well, sometimes I'm the one calling, but usually I'm the one getting the call. So let's start big. What are the biggest issues facing older Americans in dealing with technology and some of the problems that they have once they're online?
Well, as you said, 75% of older adults are afraid of and frustrated by their technology and really very often need someone to help them set it up and show them how to use it. And so we have had clients literally where we're sitting next to them and their hands are shaking and they say, "Oh my God, my heart is beating." It's a visceral reaction to technology. And it really is something that we can change. So what we have found is that with just very simple some lessons, a little bit of support, showing someone the very basics of how to use your technology, it can make a huge difference. And so, there's such simple things right now. Being able to use a smartphone or a tablet, especially during the pandemic, has opened up a window to the world for so many people who were afraid of technology before. And once they see that they can do it, it's like, oh my God, all of a sudden the world has opened up.
Yeah, you make a really important point. I mean, we're probably more reliant now on the technology than we were before the pandemic. And you're absolutely right. The Pew Center also had a statistic that said that once older Americans get online, 75% of them, they pick it up and they run with it. They're engaging with their technology. They're online on a daily basis. So talk to us about how a company like Candoo can help them achieve that and do it safely.
It's been amazing. So we provide, it's totally remote online support. It's nationwide. And what we do is we will start with a phone call. We connect into someone's device. It's very, very simple. And then we provide lessons. So we'll teach them the basics of how to use a tablet, how to use a computer, how to get onto Zoom, how to order groceries online, how to play games online. And then we will also be there to support them on a regular basis. And we have seen our oldest customer is 105 years old. He was stuck in a senior living facility. Bill, he had to get photos to his doctor. He had an iPhone, no idea how to use it. And our tech concierge was able to remote in, show him how to take those pictures, email them to the doctor. And at the end of the visit, Bill said, "Today is my 105th birthday." So we always say if Bill can do it, anyone can do it. And that's been really the lesson of the pandemic is we've been so excited to see so many people who can do it. And the difference between what we're doing and what some of the, most people have like a tech guy, but we're really thinking about the specific needs of older adults. So do you have any vision impairment? Do you wear a hearing aid that needs to be connected to your phone or to your tablet? If you have macular degeneration, like my dad, who passed away at almost 90, but he had vision impairment, he was hard of hearing, and he had macular degeneration, which we learned you can actually change the background of the screen.
You can.
And there he is.
Wow.
So you can put a black background on with white font, and that makes it much easier for someone who has macular degeneration to be able to see the screen.
I know a couple of people
and
in
our
my
tech
family that have
concierges
that.
are really are using very patient and empathetic language. So, how many times has your IT guy said, "Open up a browser window"? And most older adults say, "What the heck is a browser window?" So we're saying, you see that little blue and white thing that looks like a compass on the bottom of your screen? Click on that.
Okay. No, that's great. And I love what you said about the macular degeneration. I had no idea. I have some family members that have that, and I'm gonna talk to them about that. All right. Now, there are also online scams that target older Americans once they get online. Can you give us a few tips on how they can avoid scams and stay safe online?
Absolutely. Well, the number one thing is don't let anyone you don't know into your computer. How many times have you gotten a call saying, oh, we're Microsoft, we're Amazon, we're the IRS? Do not let anyone into your computer. That's one of the beauties of what we're doing at Candoo Tech for our members. We're saying, call us. If you're ever suspicious about something, we can check it out and we can reassure you. So that's number one, don't let anyone into your computer. If you get an email, even if it's from someone that looks like you know, you're able to right click on it and see. Very often those emails will have a fake email address. Again, don't
Right.
click on any suspicious emails, any suspicious links. Change your passwords often. We encourage people to use a password manager. And for those who have older relatives, you can actually share their password manager key so that if anyone ever forgets the password or needs to get in an emergency, they have that capability.
All right, Liz Hamburg, Candoo Tech. Love it. Thank you so much for joining us. Really great stuff. Coming up, North Dakota Senator John Hoeven joins us to talk about immigration and how he recently witnessed the crisis on the border in person. Much more America Right Now coming up.